I'll be walking you, just something not to bore you, just a bit of analysis on how your return on investment grows exponentially, emphasis on exponentially, and why you should invest in waterfront property. First, we'll be looking at why are investors buying into waterfront property in the last 4 weeks. The second we'll be talking about is why should you invest in waterfront property, and then a bit of analysis on why you should invest, and then the concluding part, which is the conclusion to just wrap up all we have in this short analysis and how you can earn more in investing with a waterfront property. Why investors are buying waterfront property in the last 4 weeks are, number one, strong potential for appreciation. People are using it for rental income, and then this serene environment, quietness, the beauty, the sound, the waves of water, the health benefits, it's really countless. Then it's a solid investment potential. Urban waterfronts have become the heart of many cities across the globe. If you go outside the world, this is one of the hot cake right now. Why not just get somewhere quiet, relax your head? Don't forget, health is wealth. Waterfront contributes to the city's economy in a number of ways. The development pace in which waterfront property bring into a community or a society is even moving at a faster pace. Take, for example, like Dubai. Dubai doesn't even really have water, but what they have been able to do is they are creating artificial lake, put in the buildings, and then you make it look so beautiful, and then people are going there day in, day out. Look at Venice. Even though Venice is also built on water, but that serenity is always there, and it's nature. Nature is life, and life is nature. We need to explore these parts. Urban waterfront developments can provide high returns on real estate and property investments, socio-economic revitalization. Now, if you look at all what we've been talking about, the contribution of waterfront property to the society at large and the economic factor is a pull factor. One of the places we all know is Dubai. They don't even have this natural water, but they have been able to create that lake, that thing that will make it look like they create water to make you feel like this is actually a sea. And then people are enjoying it. And then day in, day out, 2 weeks, 1 week, 1 month, people are going there, booking online. It's a pull factor when it comes to it develops the economy. Urban waterfront development can provide high returns on real estate and property investment. Still the same thing here. It's just that the infrastructure you put in place is also going to help you out. When sensory experiences in urban settings are addressed, 2 kinds of quality of life can be identified. Number 1 is physical, and number 2 is emotional. The physical realm encompasses the built environment, tangible physical and material components that can be touched, altered, and modified. The functional diversity of the waterfront fosters a connection between people and water. Maybe we should just give it a try once in a while. Just go out there, sit down in front of a lake, a waterfront property, take your time, be calm. You will see the connection between life, you yourself, and then you just staying in a quiet environment, the cool breeze, the cool environment, nobody's disturbing you, no noise, and everything is so quiet. You see that, you will see the beautiful part of life. And then, now, why should you invest in a waterfront property? Imagine you invest now, and then before you know it, the market price just keep moving up exponentially, more than you can ever imagine. Waterfront rental properties sell like hotcakes. If you are looking to rent out your house, be assured that tenants particularly enjoy the breathtaking scenery of the vast ocean at their door front. If you look at most of the waterfront property that we have, not just in Nigeria, almost everywhere in the world, you see that people go there every day, every week, every month, every year, festive period, for business. Even people still go there for businesses, and then for partnership and etc. High resale value. One thing about waterfront property is that it increases every day. It doesn't depreciate. It increases every single day. And some people are now going so much further to put in infrastructure that would even make it increase at a higher exponential rate. Waterfront properties are one of the best places to reside in because of the panoramic and peaceful environment, which is far removed from the typical hustle and bustle of city life. They are a wise investment decision, whether you plan to live in the acquired property or rent it out. Most importantly, their value is very likely to increase over time, guaranteeing you substantial return on investment. Now, we're going to be doing a bit of market analysis for you to understand why you should invest now. First, what are we going to be looking at? We have some proposed infrastructure, which is the Gulf area, the power installation, accessibility, internet-enabled environment. So now for the golf area, at the installation of the golf area, when you check the researchgate.net publication, if you want the link, we can send it to you for you to confirm what we have in here. Influence of the golf area in the real estate waterfront property is 25.8%. To every waterfront property, let's say you put in a golf area in that waterfront property for people to just come, you know, play, have fun, play golf, play the game, it increases that property at the rate of 25.8%. Influence of power in a waterfront property, it increases by 35%. What's the accessibility into the property? So one of the things we'll be looking at is, you know, we are having our own jetty terminal. A jetty terminal can add as much as 10% to the value of a waterfront property. Just having a jetty, that people know that you have a jetty terminal, it increases the value of those property in that area or community by 10%. Also, accessibility, by we installing helipad on our site, it increases the property value by 15%. 300 square meter in Tiara Foreshore now is currently at the rate of 9 million naira. And then for the 500 square meter, we are selling at the rate of 14 million naira per 500 square meter. Now, you see the beautiful part of how this investment gives you a better return on investment over time by just one infrastructure. At the point of installing the golf area, don't forget that we said we were selling at 9 million for a 300 square meter. Now, a golf area increases this property by 25.8%. If you calculate the 25.8% of 9 million naira, you get 2,322,000 naira. Now, if you now add that 2,322,000 naira to your initial investment, just upon installing the golf area, you have a total of 11,322,000, which means the property has appreciated within just installation of one infrastructure just for the sports, which is the golf area. You have a plus of 2,322,000. That is just one. And that's for a 300 square meter. And then for a 500 square meter, we have the same 25.8% increase by installation of this golf area. And then that gives you, as an investor who had invested into buying 500 square meter in Tiara Foreshore, 3,612,000. That's 25.8% increase in your 14 million naira invested in Tiara Foreshore. Now, if you add these two together, the property which you bought at the rate of 14 million will now be selling at 17,612,000 naira. Just one installation of infrastructure, which is even sport, and which is the golf area. The increase of power installation on the waterfront property is 35%. 35% of 11,322,000 gives us 3,962,700. Now, if you add that 11,322,000 plus the increase by installing power installation, which is 35% of that, it gives us 3,962,700. The 300 square meter that was sold at the rate of 9 million has appreciated into 15,284,700. Oh, wow. Same for the 500 square meter. 35% increase of 17,612,000 gives us 6,164,200. And then when we add that together, we have a price increase of 23,776,200. Jetty terminal increases the property by 10%. And that's for every jetty terminal installed in a waterfront property. So at Tiara Foreshore, by the time we finish installing a permanent jetty terminal, it boosts the Tiara Foreshore by 10%. 10% of 50,294,700 is 1,528,470. When we add that together, we are selling at the rate of 60,813,170. For the 500 square meter, it increases the same at 10%. The 500 square meter, it has appreciated to 23,776,200. Now, if you add the 10%, which is 2,377,620 naira plus the 23 million, it gives us 26,153,820 naira at a new selling price, which means there's a price increase, which is now 26,153,820 naira. Now, at the installation of helipad on the site, an helipad increases the waterfront property by 15% at the rate of 16,813,170 plus that 15% now, because 15% increase of 16,813,117 naira is 2,521,975 naira, which gives us at the property value is now going to be selling at the rate of 19,335,145 naira. Same for the 500 square meter. When we had the 15% increase, we had the 15% increase of the 500 square meter at the rate of 26,153,820 naira is 3,923,073 kobo, which now the new property value is now going to be at the rate of 30,076,146 naira. Now, what an internet-enabled environment add to the value of a waterfront property is by the statistics were not actually given, but it has a figure which is $5,000 for internet-enabled environment. Now, when we convert this to naira at the current rate, it gives us 2,215,000. And don't forget, this is at the rate of 4G. So if it is going to be a 5G internet-enabled environment, it's going to go higher. So what this does is that current selling price of 300 square meter without internet-enabled is 19,335,145 naira. But when we install, at the point of installing internet, which is now an internet-enabled environment, it increases the property by 2,215,000. Now, when we had the 19,335,145 naira plus the internet-enabled environment increase, 2,215,000, it gives us the property is now going to be selling at 21,550,145 naira for the sale of 300 square meter. And then for the sales of 500 square meter, same increase, which is 2,215,000. Now, 30 million, which we are currently selling at the price value that has increased over time, plus the internet-enabled appreciation, which is 2,215,000, it increases the property to 32,291,146 naira. So as you can see that this property, we have already set in place things that would speed up your return on investment. Early is cheap, late is expensive. Queue into this offer now while it lasts. Thank you.